throughout the course of the season, we get to talk to most of the players on the Kitchener Rangers during the course of the game. We never really get to talk to the goalies, so I am pleased to be joined by Jacob Ingham. And Jacob, we talked preseason, we sometimes talk post-game, but now here we are just into the new year. How has life been in Kitchener for you?
It's been amazing. Just like we were talking about a couple minutes ago, how we had an interview in July already, and, it feels like it's been just yesterday, and now we're already halfway through the season and just over kind of coming on to playoff stage and that. But, it's been incredible living here, and just the fan base and the whole organization and the Billet family I get to live with every day. So, it's been a whirlwind in a way, just kind of thinking about how everything's gone by so fast. But, I definitely don't take it for granted at all, and I'm so thankful to be here.
Talk about a whirlwind. Let's talk about the last 2 months, because an unbelievable turnaround from the Rangers, going from last place in the conference to first place in the conference. How has this resurgence been for you personally and for the team as a whole in the room?
Yeah, I think it's been amazing. It's something that we talked about as a team, and after Jay got fired, it was something that I think a lot of us put on our own shoulders and knew that our play wasn't acceptable, and we had reasoning of why he got released, and we had to take ownership upon that. But the whole win streak and all that is something that we knew we had to do, and it's something that we knew we could do also. When we look at the team we had in our dressing room and success that we weren't getting, it was something that we kind of had to step back and look and realize and say, hey, like, we have a really good roster. We just got to find a couple things. We just need everyone to buy in, and we're going to start winning, and winning we did. I think we're 21-2 in our last 23 or something like that. But it's been something that we know we could have done. I don't know if we thought we'd do it with that clean of a record, but it's pretty awesome just to see the turnaround and sitting in first place in the division that we're in right now, and it's a pretty tough division.
It's been an amazing team effort, and hockey is a team game, but the individual effort from you specifically over that stretch has been kind of mind-boggling when you look at the numbers. You were named goaltender of the month in December. You're racking up first stars like they're Pez candy around here. What happened after you came back to go on this streak?
I think it was just taking the time off my injury, and injuries can go two ways. You can get in your head a lot and kind of worry about, what's it gonna be like when I come back, and we were on a losing streak when we came back, and I think it was just something really big, just having a full roster. I think that really helped all the guys mentally, and it kind of gives you just a little boost knowing that, hey, we're not missing anybody. We have our full roster, like, we're good to go, and obviously when you start winning, you're gonna have some pretty good statistical numbers and that. But I was just really happy with the 2 months I've had, and to get all those wins and to get those accolades, it's always nice as well.
I want to talk about something, Jacob, that's near and dear to your heart. I want to talk about the Jake Saves campaign, because I know last year in Mississauga, I'm just going to access the numbers here, 1,393 saves, and your family donated $4 per save for $5,572. You're doing the same thing this year in Kitchener. You're almost at $10,000 already. Talk about what it means to you to have the Rangers involved with this program as well, and why it's so personal for you.
Yeah, it's incredible. This year we're donating $5 per save, and then the Kitchener Rangers hopping on board and donating $5 as well. So, to be almost at $10,000, that's pretty incredible accomplishment. And we have a couple other sponsors that are coming in. So, the final check, that's gonna be pretty big when we get to present it. But it's just something that I was thinking about it today, where we were last year when we started it, and with Hockey Gives Blood, and myself being one of the first hockey ambassadors in the CHL, and kind of around all the leagues, to where we are now with almost every team in the CHL having one or two ambassadors, and it's just grown so much, and it's really helping the hockey community. And when you see Tucker Tynan and Niagara, and you don't really realize how important it is and how important blood donations are until it's near and dear to your heart, like my grandparents were for me. So, it's something that you realize, and you hope you don't have to go through it. So just by donating and giving blood, it just kind of saves that for someone else, right?
Yeah, and if you want to get involved, you can donate at Hockey Gives Blood as well. There is the 68-day blood drive that's happening right now, and that goes until March 31st. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
March 31st, and you can go to the Kitchener Rangers website if you'd like to be part of that and donate on Jacob's behalf until March 31st. Now, this Hockey Gives Blood is near and dear to your heart. It even plays into the number you selected when you came here, correct?
Yeah, 68's not really a traditional goalie number. You know, a lot of people ask me if it was because I was a big Yarmer Yager fan, but no, it was. It just has to do with the Give Blood initiative. So 6 being a G for give and 8 being a B for blood, and you know, you kind of mash it together and you get 68. So I have to give a lot of credit to my sister for that. She was the creative one on that, and I just wear the number. But you know, it's near and dear to my heart, and I'd like to keep that number throughout my career now.
One of the things that is nearest and dearest to any goalie's heart and is very personal is their mask. And I know you brought your mask here. If you wouldn't mind bringing it up here, I think we're going to have you take us through all the different elements on your mask and what they mean to you and why you chose them.
Yeah, for sure. So this is obviously the Kitchener Rangers logo. You know, it's pretty important playing for the Kitchener Rangers. So put that on there. And then we have Rangers down the side, and you know, it's kind of tough to see, but there's a couple sparkling bricks and that, and you know, it's a little quirky, but just kind of being a brick wall. And then I have my nickname Iggy on the chin, and then Rangers up the other side of the jaw, and then a poppy on the side right here. You know, the Rangers are really big with the military here, and then also our Remembrance Day game a couple years ago, I believe they had the dove on it. So you know, I thought that was something that just fit really well. And when I kind of saw the pictures of it, I was like, I just want that on my mask and kind of want to represent that. And then on the back, we just kind of have the Rangers striping with number 68 and then Ingham on the back. So, you know, it's a really nice mask. I really like it. And, you know, it's got some near and dear things to my heart on there.
And Jacob, you just accentuated that mask recently with some new pads, a new trapper, a new blocker. Maybe explain what were the motivation for those and how you're liking those so far.
Yeah, they're awesome. You know, I've gotten a lot of people asking me why I'm changing mid-season and all that, but you know, pads break down pretty quick, and you know, these pads are supposed to be here for the start of the season. So, you know, the guys at Bauer, they set me up really quickly with another pair, and I wore the red and blue ones all the way through up then, just so I had gear here. So, you know, shout out to them. They're always awesome. And yeah, I really like those gear. You know, it's got the Kitchener Rangers pant stripes down the middle of it, and if you look closely, I have a shield with 68 on it, which is my number. And you know, they're a little bit out there. I think. You know, I think I'm a little bit out there too with how I wear my gear sometimes, and you know, I think that's fun, and I like that part of the game. But yeah, I really like them so far, and looking forward to continue wearing them.
One last question for you, Jacob. How far can the Kitchener Rangers go this year?
You know, it's a good question. As far as we're going to take us is kind of on the leadership and our team game. And, you know, right now it looks like we can go really far. So I'm super excited about that. I don't want to jinx anything, but, you know, what we've been doing here, it's something special. And, you know, it's not a fluke either, right? So we got a little saying in the room, 2's a streak. 3's a fluke, and then you keep going up all the way. So, you know, when we get to 10 wins and then we get to 20 and 23 games, you know, we kind of like to joke about that. But, you know, it's something that we're just going to keep bringing into playoff games and, you know, just winning one game at a time. And I think that's just what we're worrying about right now.
Jacob, thanks for taking time with us. Continued success the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Lots more to come. You're watching Hefner Kitchener Rangers hockey on Rogers TV.